Okay, so um, let's just do a grounding practice. Whatever we've been doing, that's in the past now. Whatever we've been doing this morning, whatever we're intending to do, or hoping to do, or expecting to do this afternoon is in the future and therefore speculative. We may feel we know what we're going to do, but we don't know how it's going out, if we're honest with us. So the time to be here is now, or is it the time to be now is here? Anyway, let's stop, put to one side thoughts about the past and thoughts about the future. And then our attention to our body and just feeling the weight of the body against the cushion or the chair or whatever it is that's supporting you. If you're sitting, whether you're sitting or lying down. And recognizing that through the building within which you're sat, you have a connection with the earth. And that's something we all share this lunchtime, wherever we are, in the country or outside the UK. We're all being supported by the earth. And that's a resource we can tap into or but any time that we feel the need to bring our practice. So to establish or further encourage that connection with the earth, imaginatively we can take a line down from the bottom of our spine all the way down to the center of the earth. And we all connect there. We're all connected here as well, but we all connect there at that point. And then bringing the attention up through this line and then into our spine. And as we run our attention up the spine, just seeing if we can, well, if it's necessary, is a better way of putting it, if it's necessary to straighten it a little. Maybe we're slouching a bit, maybe the posture isn't as upright as it could be. So there's no prescription involved in this. It's just whatever's comfortable for you. Particularly checking we're not slouched forward in any way. The head resting evenly on the shoulders, maybe just inclined slightly forward. The eyes, as you, whether you wish to have them, open, closed, or half closed. And the arms away from the torso, if possible, in the traditional meditation posture, or simply with the hands on the thighs, just allowing some room between the arms and the torso of the body. That just helps, if you like. So in terms of the posture, we're extending, if you like, the ability that the earth gives us. We're encouraging ourselves to be as stable as possible on this, on the very stable surface. Yeah. So if you don't feel stable, maybe just make some adjustments. Certainly, it's easy to be leaning one way or the other without recognizing it until we bring that. So stability is very important to our practice. So is a sense of openness and transparency and clarity within the mind, but we can feel this within the body as well. So I'd invite you in terms of your own room, just to check in with all the space around you. So even if we're in a very densely personed building, we're in the city or a town, the feeling that there's a lot going on around us, but there'll be a lot more space than there will be matter and organisms. So you can you can investigate this by imaginatively taking your mind outside the room, you know, what's outside the room, spreading outward, spreading the mind outward. How much space is that? Just acknowledging your relationship with that space, your part within that space, your existence within that space. We can often feel quite hemmed in and constrained, especially in the darker months. But it's, if we analyze, it's not entirely accurate, that perception. Certainly not in a physical sense, anyway. So we can just sit within this space. nothing to do, nowhere to go, enjoying our posture, recognizing the ability that we've created, recognizing the space that's around us, and maybe we could see this as potential, this space, space to do things. I need space. And then in our own time, ending the grounding practice, opening our eyes if they've been closed, taking a stretch if we need to take a stretch. So we'll just have a sort of minute or minute and a half of silence, just trying to keep the attention within your room, not letting it move. Okay, when we're ready, just bringing the attention back in, just briefly to the body, and just in again with that connection with the earth, and re-establishing posture. And it might not be exactly the same as it was a few moments ago, but bearing some of those general principles. So we're going to, in this second meditation, we're going to develop the theme of space and clarity a little more. So we were analysing space around us on a like a vertical level, And now I'm going to encourage you to take your attention, your imagination further up. So from the Earth's surface, where you are, through the ceiling and roof of the building within which you sat, above the cloud cover, if there is cloud cover where you are, and up into the clarity and light above. So up here, we don't need to analyze whether there's more space. There's more space. There's no obstruction whatsoever, no physical obstruction whatsoever. Wherever we look, we can see. It's as if our mind attention has a natural illuminatory quality. When we actually pay attention to it and are aware of it, it's always light. It gets covered over and clogged up with so much in terms of emotions and concepts and memories and feelings. But beneath all that, or maybe you could say within all that, is just clarity, illuminatory clarity. And the great thing about this clarity and transparency is that it's there all the time. It's not just there on when we're on retreat or when we're here on a Wednesday or when we're meditating at home. It's actually there all the time. It's just that often we can't or don't wish to recognize it. Simply the natural state of the mind. And it's very natural if you're feeling some resistance to this suggestion. But I'd invite you just to put that, or be aware of that resistance, obviously. And then if we can, just put it to one side. Come back to it later if you wish. You can, at the moment, that's not what we've been asked to do. Let's sit within this clarity and illumination. that each of us have. No one's superior or inferior in this regard. It's very um, democratic. Of course, thoughts and feelings and concepts will arise as we sit within this space. So again, being mindful of those, obviously, and then just dissolving them or recognizing that they too come from this clarity of mind. Without the clarity, you probably wouldn't recognize these emotions. So, in that sense, this clarity is like a mirror, something you play something in, or simply just putting them aside and deal with them later. As the meditation progresses, maybe getting a sense again of how insignificant these movements of the mind, in terms of feelings are compared to the vastness of space and tranquility. So we can think in terms of very small fish in a very huge and massive ocean, or very small clouds in a huge massive sky. A small and they're not final nature of what we're meditating upon. You're just within that transparent. And then if you feel comfortable, but don't do that if you don't feel comfortable, I'd invite you to sort of dissolve the idea of the mind being there and you being here looking at it, and actually just become the mind. So become this clarity and transparent openness. this illumination. You may have done this already, of course, very naturally. But if you haven't and you wish to, just dissolve into the mind. The mind and be all those positive qualities that we've spoken of. Being mindful of any interruptions to this clarity. The maybe things arise as a sense, something not being happy with what's happening, and that's maybe the ego or something similar. We could say, okay, just put that to one side for the time. Let's just try to do it this way for the next 5 minutes. And then when we're ready, there's no rush, bringing the meditation to a close. But just making a sort of affirmation or small commitment, maybe, just to check in with that natural clarity of the mind a couple more times today. If you don't already, you may obviously do this already. You need a minute or two. It can be really beneficial. So opening the eyes if they've been closed, taking a stretch. Take a stretch.